Hello everyone. In this video I am going to teach you how to insert a new node into a circular linked list. First I'll teach you how to insert at the beginning of a circular linked list. See, this is the circular linked list given. And first thing is you don't have a head pointer. In the previous video I have taught you how to insert by using a head pointer. But here head pointer is not there, only tail pointer is there. What is tail pointer? Tail pointer is used to point towards the last node. So last node address is 300. 300 is stored in tail, so it points towards the node 300. So see here, this linked list is not empty. First let's see the case when the linked list is empty. See here. Now I am taking a pointer tail. Now see, there is no node present in the linked list. If no node, the tail pointer is used to point towards the last node, but there is no node. So tail will be 0 because it's pointing to no node. So see, tail is 0. Now you want to insert a new node at the beginning of empty circular linked list. So see, what is the step? First step is you should create a new node. How to access this node? Let's say the address of this node is 10. For accessing I need a pointer. So I'm creating a pointer called new node. And this pointer stores the address of this node, that is 10. So this pointer points towards this node. Now see, I'll write the code as simultaneously. First what I did, I have created a new node. How I can create? By using dynamically malloc function. So see here. So see, now I have created this new node by using malloc function. And what is the size of node? Size of node is size of this node. That is, it contains two parts, data part and pointer part. Both have integer values. Integer takes 4 bytes. So 4 plus 4, 8 bytes. That is the size of node. Now see, now I have created a new node. Now I should ask the user what data he wants to store here into this data part. So I'm asking here, see, printf enter data. So it asks to enter data. Suppose let's say the user enters 8. So 8 should be stored into the data part of new node. So how to read this 8 as the data part? I need scanf function for reading. So see here, scanf %d, comma, and new node data. Now this 8 is stored as %d. What is that %d? New node data. New node address is 10. 10's data, 8 is stored. I have put 8 into the data part. Now what's the next step? Next step is, this is the pointer part. In this next pointer I should store the address of next node. But there is no node after this. So I should store here 0. Because there is no link also. The linked list is empty. Now you are creating a new node for inserting at the beginning. So I should point here 0. So I am writing the code. See here. New node next equals to 0. Now see. Now you are doing the case when the linked list is empty. So how you can say linked list is empty? If tail value is 0. Tail pointer is 0. So I am writing the condition. See, if tail equals to 0, when the circular linked list is empty. Now what you should do? You have created a new node. Now you should make this new node as the first node as well as the last node. You should set this node as first node as well as last node. Why both are same? Why first node and last node are same node? Because there is no node present, only one node is present. So this node is first as well as last. So how this tail pointer will use to point towards the last node. So address of this node is 10. 10 should be stored into tail. So how to do? See here, I am writing the code. Tail equals to new node. Now see, tail. In this tail pointer I am storing the address of new node. New node address is 10. So 10 is stored here. Now tail pointer is pointing towards this node. That is the last node as well as first node. Now see, now I have created just a normal linked list with one node. But I should make this linked list as circular linked list. How I can make? For that I should create a circular link here. So in this pointer part of last node, this is the last node. In this pointer part I should store the address of first node. Because then only it is circular. So what is the first node? First node is also same, this node only. So address of this node is 10. 10 should be stored here in this pointer part. So how I can do? I am writing the code. See here. Tail next equals to new node. Now see, what is tail next? Tail is 10. 10's next is this pointer. In this pointer, I am putting the address of new node. New node is 10. So I am putting here 10. So it creates a circular link and it points towards the same node which is having address 10. So this is how you should create insert a new node at the beginning when the circular linked list is empty. Now see, now let's see the case when the linked list is not empty. See, this I am writing else condition. Now see, this is the linked list which is having 3 nodes. Now see, now first step is I am creating a new node by using malloc function. So I have created a new node and pointer should be there for accessing this node. So I am creating a pointer. Let's say the address is 10. So 10 should be stored in this pointer and this pointer points towards this node. Now it asks the user to enter data. Let's say 8. So 8 is put over here, data bar. Now see, pointer part is put 0, new node next, new node is 10, 10 next is put 0 because no node is after this, present after this, it's not connected. So 0 here. Now see, now you are checking whether tail is 0, that is whether linked list is empty or not. No, tail is 300. So you will not enter into this condition. You will go to else part. Now what you will do, see here. Now in this you have created a new node. Now you should set this as beginning of a linked list. At the beginning you should insert this. So you should make this node as first node and this node as second node. So how you can make? You should store the address of next node into this pointer part. So what is the next node? This node. So 100 should be stored here. Now how I can get, where can I get this 100 from? There is no head pointer to point here. Only tail pointer is there. So I can get this head pointer only from tail. So I can get this 100 from pointer part of last node because this is a circular linked list. This address of first node is stored in the pointer part of last node. So how you can access this pointer part? By using tail next. So I am writing the code, see here. Now else this new node next. Now see, new node next equals to tail next. Now see, new node next, 10's next. In this pointer I am storing the address of tail next. Tail is 300. 300 next is 100. So 100 is put over here. So this pointer points towards the node which is having address 100. So I have made this as first node. But see, this is a circular linked list. So the last node pointer, the pointer of last node here, it should contain the address of first node. Now you are inserting this node as first node. So it should contain, this pointer should contain the address of this node, that is first node. So 10 should be put over here. So I am writing the code, see here. Tail next equals to new node. Now see, tail next is this next pointer. In this pointer I should store the address of new node. New node is 10. So I am writing here 10. So this link get cancelled. It's not pointing to 100 anymore. It's pointing to address 10. So this node. So see, now I have inserted this new node at the beginning of a circular linked list. This is how you should insert at the beginning. Now see, now I will teach you how to insert a new node at the end of a circular linked list. See, first I should check the case for when the linked list is empty. This is same as before. See, I am checking for the linked list when the linked list is empty, tail is 0. Then you have to create a single node and you should make the tail pointer as pointing to that node and you should make it a circular link. So the next pointer should contain the address of that same node. So same step is followed. Now see, now I am doing for when the linked list is not empty. I am inserting at the end of a linked list. See, now what to do? I should create a new node by using malloc function. So I am creating a new node. I have created this new node. Let's say the address of this node is 350. Now I should have a pointer to point this node. So I am creating a pointer called new node. And this pointer is pointing towards this node. So let's say 350 is stored here. So this pointer points towards this node. Now see, now it's the computer is asking to enter data. Suppose let's say 8. Then 8 is stored by using scanf function into this data part of new node. So 8 is stored here. Now the next pointer, new node next. Here I am storing 0. Now see, now I have a circular linked list. Now I should make this as, I should connect this node into the circular linked list. I should make this node as last node. How I can make? See, there are two steps. Now see, one step is in this pointer part of this last node. This is the last node now. In this pointer part of this node, I should store the address of this node. That is 350 I should store here. This is one change. So this will be considered as last node. The next step is, see, in this pointer part, in the pointer part of new node, here I should store the address of first node, that is 10. 10 I should store here. So it creates a circular link. These are the two steps. After this, I should move the tail pointer to this node. So these are the three steps. But which step you should do first? See, you are doing two steps. You are updating this pointer part of this node. It should have the address 350. Then this pointer should have the address of first node. Now out of this two, which you should do first? Let's say you are doing this thing. You are updating this pointer part first. See, I am writing the code. What happens? Let's see. Now in this pointer I should store the address of this node, that is 350 I should store here. Now how I can access this pointer part? Using tail. So tail next. So see here I am writing tail next equals to new node. Now what is new node address? 350. 350 I am putting into tail next. So see here, this is 10. Now suppose 10 is updated to 350. Now see, now it's pointing towards this node, the address 350. This link gets cancelled. Now see, the circular link gets cancelled. Now this is considered as last node. Now see, next step is you should update this pointer part of this node. This pointer part should contain the address of first node, that is 10 should be put over here. Now how you can access this 10? Where can you get from? Using tail only. Now tail is pointing to this node. Now tail next is you should get the first node. But see, now next pointer is updated to 350. 10 is cancelled now. So you can't get this address 10. So you can't. So you should not do like this. First step is you should update this next pointer. Then only you should update this thing. So see here. Now this is 10 only. Now I am not updating it. Now first thing is I am updating this pointer. In this pointer I am storing the address of first node. See how I am doing. Now new node next. New node next equals to tail next. Now see, new node next is this pointer. In this new node 350 next. In this pointer I am storing the address of tail next. Tail is 300. 300's next is 10. It's pointing to first node. So 10 is put over here. So it creates a circular link. Now I have created a circular link. See now. Now this link is not there before. At starting this link is not there. This pointer is pointing towards address 10. Now see. Now you should update this pointer. This pointer should point towards this node. So 350 should be put over here. How I can do? See here. How you can access this node? Access this pointer by using this address of this node. Now address of this node is stored in the tail. So see here. Tail next equals to new node. Now see, tail is 300. 300 next is here. In this pointer part I should store the address of new node. That's 350. So this is updated to 350. Now see, this link gets cancelled. It's not pointing to 10 anymore. It's not pointing to the node having address 10. It's pointing to address 350. Now see, now I have created a circular linked list. But see, tail pointers used to point towards the last node, but it's pointing to the second last node. So I should move tail pointer to here. How I can move? See, tail equals to new node. Now see, tail is what? This pointer. In this pointer I am storing the address of new node, that is 350. So this is 350. So this link get cancelled. It's not pointing to 300. It's pointing to the node having address 350. So this is how you should insert a new node at the end of a linked list. Now see, now I'll teach you how to insert a new node after a given position in the circular linked list. This is the circular linked list. Now there is a tail pointer to point the last node. See, now you should ask the user after which position he wants to insert. Suppose if he says 2 means you should insert at third position. So see, this is first node, this is second node. In here you should insert. In between of second and this third you should insert here. So in between if you insert, that is the third node and this will become fourth node. Now let's see how to insert. See, now first thing is you should ask the position to the user. So I'm writing the code. See here, printf enter position. Now if suppose see, now this the user enters the data. That data is stored. That position is stored into this variable position. So how to store? Using scanf function. So I'm writing a scanf %d comma and position. This value is stored in position. Now see, now suppose let's say there are 4 nodes here. 4 nodes are present. Only 4 nodes are present in this linked list. Now you are asking the user to enter the position. If suppose the user says 5, that means you should insert the new node after position 5. That means at 6th position you should insert. See, 4 nodes only are there. So if you want to insert at 6th position means you need a 5th node. But there is no 5th node here. So you can't insert. So you should print invalid. So how to do? I am writing the condition. See, if you have entered a position, if that position is that 5, that position is greater than number of nodes present here. So see here, if position greater than count, so you should print invalid. Printf invalid. Now see, this how to count number of nodes is separate coding program. I have taught you in another video. See now. Now 5 is greater than 4. So you can't print it, prints invalid. You can't insert. Now see, so it again asks the user to enter the correct position. So if the user enters 2, that means you should insert the new node after position 2. That means at index 3 you should insert. So this is second node. So in between here you should insert. So how you can insert? See here. Now else. Now see, first step is you should create a new node. Now I should need a pointer for pointing towards this node. So let's take, I am taking a pointer called new node. And this pointer stores the address of this new node. Let's say the address of this node is 150. So 150 is stored over here. Now see, now this pointer points towards this node. Now you should ask the user to enter the data into it. Suppose let's say the data is 7. So 7 gets stored here and this pointer part will store 0 because this pointer is to point towards the next node, but there is no node after this. So it's not connected. So it is 0. Now see, now you have created a new node. Now you should put into between of this node and this node. How to put? So the first step is in this pointer, you should store the address of next node. If you put in between of this 2 means what is the next node of this? This is the next node. So address is 200. 200 should be put over here. Now how you can get the address of this node 200? So this 200 is stored in the pointer part of previous node here. So if you need to access this pointer, you should know the address of this node. So for getting the address of this node, how you can get? You need a pointer, but there is no pointer for pointing towards this node. So I should create a pointer called temp, and the temp should point here, but you can't directly point over here. In linked list, you should travel from first node till that position. So see here, I am creating a pointer called temp. And that temp should point towards the first node. This is the first step. Now see, now how I can point towards the first node? So 10 should be stored here, but address of 10 will be stored in head pointer, but head is not there. Only tail is there. So see here, you can get this address 10 from the pointer part of last node because since it is a circular linked list. Now see, 10 is stored here. How you can get this 10? From tail next. So I am writing here, see. Now this temp is temp is pointing to tail next. Now see, temp is here, tail is 350, 350 next is 10. So 10 is stored here. Now this pointer is pointing towards this first node. Now see, now see, for you have now I am writing the while condition. See, first I will write, then I will say you why I am writing. While I less than position. Now see, the position is 2. That means after position 2 here I want to insert. That means I can get the address 200 from this pointer, from the pointer part of this node. So temp should point towards this node. So I should travel from first node. First node I should travel, then second node I should travel. Then I should not move the temp pointer to next node. I should finally I should stop till this node. So how I can do? So I can get this address from C. For that I should I'm having another variable called I. I is used to store the I is a variable which tells at which position is the temp pointer pointing towards. Temp is pointing towards first node at starting. So I'll define I is 1. See, int I equals to 1. This I'm defining at starting. Now see, now this temp is pointing to the first node. Now you should move the temp pointer to the next node. How I can move? So this 100 should be stored here. How I can get 100 from the next pointer? So I'm writing here, see, temp equals to temp next. Now see, temp is here. In this I should store the address of temp next. Temp's next is 100. So 100 is stored here. Now this pointer is getting cancelled and temp pointer is pointing towards the second node. Now see, now temp is pointing to the second node. So I is 1 before. At starting I was 1. Now temp is pointing to the second node, means I should be updated to 2. So how I can do? So I should be I equals to I plus 1 or I plus plus. So I will be increased to 2. Now see, now you are pointing temp at second position. Now again go back to the step. Now check whether I is less than position. Position is 2 and I is also 2. So it's not less than position. So it does not enter here. So temp does not move to the next node. It stops here. For that only I am writing this condition while I less than position. Now see, now in this pointer I should store the address of this node. So 200 should be stored here. 200 can be got 200 we can get it from this pointer part. Now you can access this pointer by using temp next. So see here I am writing the code. New node next equals to temp next. Now see, new node next is what? New node is 150. 150 next is this pointer. In this pointer I should put the value of temp next. Temp is 100. 100 next is 200. So I have put here 200. Now this pointer is pointing to the node which is having address 200. Now see, now the next change I should make is I should fix this as third node. So I should connect this link is this node is pointing to this node. I should cancel this link and I should point towards this node. How I can make? So in this pointer part I should store the address of new node, that is 150 I should store. So I am writing the code. See here, temp next equals to new node. Now see, temp is 100. 100 next is this pointer. In this pointer I am storing the address of new node. New node address is 150. So I am storing here 150. So this pointer is not pointing to 200 anymore. It's pointing, this link is getting cancelled. And this pointer is pointing to this node, 150 node. Now see, now you have inserted a new node in between after a given position. See, position is 2. So you have inserted at position 3. So this is the third node. This is how you should insert a node after a given position. That's all for today and thank you. If you feel my teaching is good, then like my video, and if you have any doubts or if you want to give any suggestion, then comment on my video and share my video, and don't forget to subscribe my video. Thank you.